So I decided to be early today. Hello, all my fellow you wonderful wannabe artists. Be the best that you can be. I am your party artist. My name's Kim Overholt, and I'm here at my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, where I create all kinds of wonderful and wild things for you, just with art and teaching you about the life of an artiste like myself. So I hope you're having a good day. It's a nice slushy day here in Niagara, and I'm still having technical difficulties with my lighting situation. So unfortunately, I'm still trying to figure out how to get things to work properly. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to. I'll see if it works. Hold on. La 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 la. Never a dull moment here at the Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio. Sometimes you never know. The light goes on and off. Sometimes things happen. Weird things happen in my studio all the time. I don't know. Let me see. Does it work? No. Okay. The light is not The light is not working. All right. So you'll just have to have a little bit of shadow on my face. I'll do a little bit of this so you can kind of see a little bit of the other side of my face. Hi. Yes, I know. It's not the weirdest thing. I know. I don't know why it does this. Of course, it's only because I'm going live, right? And that's when things start to happen. When you're going live, that's when the magic really starts, right? Okay, so it's Magic Tuesday here at the studio, Overholt Art Entertainment Studio, and I have a few things that I'm going to be showing you today. Just don't mind me. I'm gonna plug in some information, and I'm going to be grabbing this thing right here. This is my handy dandy canvas, and I'm going to be doing a couple drawings today. Because I know you enjoy it. And I thought, I start by just unwrapping the canvas because this is a lot of fun to do. And you can see the side of my face if I do this. See, okay, got light reflection. See, if you're doing photography and you want to have a little bit of, if you want to actually see, what I can do is I can set up a reflection thing right here, and that way you can see that. I'll do that. I'll do that so you can see at least I have some light reflecting off my face. You might be able to see me a little bit better. Have some dramatic lighting. Oh my God. So, hi, how are you doing today? I am your party artist, yes, and I'm here at my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and I love to repeat myself because I want you to remember where you are, because sometimes I know you get lost, and sometimes you need a little bit of guidance, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to guide you through a little bit of fun with art, and just bear with me. Grab it. I do little things like this. I do. I've got all kinds of little things that I do. I got lots of stuff. They call it hoarding if you were collecting other things, but I call it art supplies. Supplies. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this other white board so that you can kind of see me a little bit. I'm going to prop it up against what my light would be here. And maybe it gives me, oh, look at that dramatic lighting. So you can kind of see my other side of my face too. All right. So we got something started here today. And what I'm going to be showing you today is I've had a request. I've had a request to do some I can't even think. Superheroes. So I'm going to be working on a painting of a superhero, and hopefully, if you like it enough, you might be able to sell it. All right, excellent, excellent, Jean. Good, you made it to your sub assignment. That's good. Yeah, I know it's good to get things done. I know. Um, so yeah, I'm going to be drawing a Spider-Man for you today, and I have the picture already set up. I just got to put it onto. Um, oops. Let me try again. Get all set up for you so that you can see what I'm going to do. Is it up on my screen? It is. It's up on my screen. All right, awesome. So what I'm going to do, I got this nice blank canvas right here, and I'm going to start by making the character first, just making the outline of him, and we'll work on details afterwards. It might be a progression. It might be more than one day, but I will just show you how I get started, how the process goes. So all right, let's get this baby started. So I want to give you right from the get go. So this is what I do. So obviously, when we're doing the final picture, we don't want any. We don't want to see very much pencil coming through. So I'm going to change what I use for pencil. I was using this earlier in my previous live versions. You've seen me do this. I use my blue pencil. My blue pencil has a good thing where it kind of hides. That's not blue, that's black. Where it hides all of the lines afterwards, after you paint them in. Oh, sorry, after you start painting it and with acrylic paints, and it's going to look pretty interesting. I've done. Uh, no, that's not it. I've done other ones. Oh, there it is. My blue pencil. So I'm gonna get my sharpener. My sharpener. It's always good to have a sharpener. For all of you who do this with, with your computer, this is like probably easiest to probably do it with computer. But I'm a traditionalist. I like to do it with pencil and eraser right from the start. So I'm gonna find my pencil sharpener. Sorry, it's very dark in this room without a little bit of lighting in here. So, and I know I have it buried. I have. This is what I use when I'm doing any kind of cartooning and stuff. So this is what you see. This is what you don't see when I'm busy doing my little pieces of art and things like that. And I know I have a sharpener in here somewhere. Just bear with me. That's what live is all about, right? Trying to find a pencil sharpener when you should have it out all ready to go. Just adds to the fun of watching a live sequence, right? I know it's in here. I know it's in here. Very somewhere. Oh, there it is. My pencil sharpener. Like, yeah, it's this tiny little thing. Now I have also an automatic pencil sharpener that goes, but we won't have it do that. Yeah, hey, if you need any ideas for art, Gene, you can always talk to me. I can give you a little bit of an idea for whatever kids might be into. So, and this is what I'm doing is going to be drawing something that is going to be going to a kid too. So, this is really cool. Somebody asked for a request for Spider-Man and Batman too. So, I'm going to be doing a Batman as well. But I'm going to start with Spider-Man because Spider-Man is one of those ones that I used to do when I used to do face painting for kids when I was a clown. Kimmy the Clown, yeah. I know, how original with the name, right? Yeah, think of a name for a clown. How about Kimmy with a K? My clown with a K, Kimmy the Clown, and that was me. Somewhere I have pictures, somewhere I have evidence that it did actually happen. Ooh, did you see that? Sometimes things go off by themselves here. Okay, I've got to move this right about here. Yeah, so I'm going to show you kind of roughly get you started to show you how to do a cartoon character and to flesh it out and make it into a painting. So it's pretty cool. A little bit of magic for you too, and in some, and a little bit of sense there too. A little bit of magic of taking a blank canvas and making it into something, right? Hey, voiceover for cartoon. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh my gosh, my I used to have a friend who did creative writing. We were great together. He did creative writing, I did cartoons, and we kind of come up with all kinds of ideas for what we wanted to draw. And I draw like the ideas for his. Um, he had a pigeon time that had an accent, but not like a normal accent that you'd see for like for like the for it's for a pigeon, so you can't imagine what kind of accent a pigeon has. Well, the accent for the pigeon was kind of like talking like this, kind of with the wing. You'd be talking about wanting to eat all kind of bird teeds, which is actually bird seeds, but for some reason couldn't pronounce the s's were t's. So bird teeds. Do you like to eat the bird teeds? And it was good in its belly. And its belly means it tasted good in its belly. So yeah, the weirdest thing. Yeah, these are the things that I get together with friends and me. And I wasn't even doing any kind of drugs at the time. I was like fresh out of high school and going into college and not even thinking about that kind of stuff. I used to drink a lot, though. That was my downfall. And luckily for me, I've stopped that now so that we can kind of now, progress into better things. So, hey, enough about my past. Let me get you into something present. Let me start you with a nice Spider Man. So, we start with doing, of course, circles. Circles kind of loosens up your wrist too, but it wants to get you started with the motion of doing the circles. You have to kind of think of making it into a character. Now I have already, like I say, I've got the picture I want to do, so I know what I want him to look like. So he's going to fit all in this frame right in here, right in through here, right in here, and the feet are going to be down here. down here. There are the feet. And up here is where his head is there. And he's going to be holding on to the canvas. He's going to be like stuck to the canvas. And yeah, let me see if I can get this started. So again, we start with circles. So I think like where his head would be. Trying to think of proportions so I don't make him too big so that he doesn't fit properly on the canvas. So that's another thing you have to kind of think about when you do this. You think about proportions and how it's going to fit on the canvas. So, and you want his hands to be so that you can, it's going to be up at the top here. Wait a second. I turn it sideways. Wow, how about that? Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay. So it's da, 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 da. So you make the circle for where his hands are going to be, one here, maybe a little bit over, so make room for his fingers. I'll do the other one over here so you can see. Maybe one hand over here. His feet are down here. So the shape of his feet are obviously like oval shapes. And what we do is just build on from there. Now, I know you can't see this very well, but as I start drawing more, you'll be able to see. And this is where the magic comes in. And so you have to kind of imagine the shape of the face. The shape of the face. And so you're going to make his shoulders. Shoulders come up from the side. And he's going to attach himself. This is all about the proportion. This is where you can get in and start fixing stuff. So you put it in first, and then you start to see if you can do a little bit more and have it look so it's kind of symmetrical. Make sure that one side looks the same as the other. And of course, there's shapes that you find as you're doing the body and stuff like that. So the shape of his body, it follows that curve. So if you follow the shape of the circle that you made for his biceps, you'll find you're starting to get into this where his chest would be. His chest is like a bigger shape. And then you build it down because you want to make sure that you have the proportion. And you want to make sure that when you're getting his legs in there too, that they're going to be at the right proportion. Now, his knees come up to about here, and they're right where his hands are too. So his knees are kind of where his hands are, and it comes down to about there. And make sure they're kind of like in the same spot. And I'll show you once I get done doing that. So you almost see you got a shape going on here. Now I'll give you a close up so if you can see how that's starting. You can see how the shape progresses. There's his feet down there. There's his knees. There's his chest. You can see his head and his arms coming into to play there. So that's how you get it started. And then you kind of build on it from there. I know it takes a little bit of practice. It takes a little while to get it going. But once you get it going, once you get the basics started, you get the framework on it, you can start building on it too. There we go. So let's see. Let's see. So there you go. You see the shape starting up? All right, so it's turning more into it. Now we just got to build it up a little bit more so that, it's a little bit more in proportion. And then we start adding paint into the background and we can start drawing in the actual character. But we got the basics started here. And that's what you want. You want to start the basics and then you build on it. Framework always goes first. And then you build upon the framework. Yeah. So that's awesome. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a start there. So yeah, he's sticking to the wall. And the hands are kind of splayed out, so it's all in the shape of the hands too. And it's kind of foreshortening because you're actually, he's, you have to keep in mind muscle proportions and things like that. And distance is another thing that is like if his arms are far away, you have to keep in mind how far away his hands are from, like, say, where his head is, to see what the distance between here and see how big my hand is here as compared to back there. So that kind of thing. I know it's the little devils in the details things that kind of are a little bit boring, but they're what makes the whole painting work. Yeah. There we go. So it also helps when you do a little bit of you look at pictures of people and can draw them, or you happen to have somebody that will model for you. That's always better too. And I always say, whenever you're doing drawing, don't hold your pencil like this. This is for writing. And when you write like this. When you're drawing, you draw like this. You hold it like you're gripping onto it, like you're holding onto a drumstick. This is where your rhythm comes in, the rhythm of the hand, and creating something that's really kind of different, interesting, wonderful, beautiful. And then you start to understand proportions and how it all works, kind of falling into the theory of everything. I know. Well, after a while, it gets boring, but this is what makes it great at the end when you start making it and it turns out the way you plan it. So there, and this just muscles kind of come down this way. Got his lats over here. You got your stomach muscles here. Make sure this rib cage is here. So you see right there. This is rib cage. Now you can see how everything's kind of starting to get into proportion. The darker you start off light, and then you keep making it darker as you go. Once you sense where all the muscles are and things like that. Yeah. And once you get your proportions all straight. Yeah. So you play with it. Okay. Darken it up a bit. Keep in mind all the muscle structures. The knee has the kneecaps. Exactly. Not everything is like roundy. Everything sometimes there's a little bit of straight lines, curved lines. You see it coming? Look at that. Isn't that great? Coming along nicely. There's his arms there, his shoulders there. Shoulders there. And then his thumb will come. There we go. And thumb. And you also got to keep in mind his elbows. There we go. It's coming along. So we do get to a nice proportion, and then when we figure that out, that's when we start adding the paint in and start removing paint and start to make the actual creature. And now his logo, of course, is right in the middle of his chest there, and it's yeah, it's to the end. There you go. So there's a little bit of a start. So that would be for my Spider-Man. And then after that, I can do like all the details for the eyes and stuff like that. So there you go. So that's the basic structure for my Spider-Man I'm going to be doing. How do you like it? Leave me any comments in the thing below, and I will be continuing this later. I'm going to show you the next one, which is going to be the Batman I'll be doing. So there might be colors in the background of here, but I'll do that another time. I'm going to show you now how to do a Batman. I got my ukulele over here too. Okay, so here's my other blank canvas I got here. And now this one's going to be straight up and down. So straight up and down, but we're going to find the good side. I think maybe this side up. You got to keep in mind your corners, what looks nice. Now the bottom and down, I think the one of them is not the best. So the bad corner can go in the bottom. Whatever's bad, you can hide it at the bottom. Okay. Okay, so now this one is going to be Batman. So now I got a picture of Batman. I'm trying to find it. Ah, yes, I found it. Okay, so the picture of Batman is he's kind of crouched, and there's a gargoyle at the bottom here. So I'm going to draw in the gargoyle too. It's going to be so awesome. You guys are going to love this one. This one's nice. And I started early just so that I can show you guys the process of drawing a cartoon and then continuing it as we go, kind of thing. Now, I was working on other things, like I was doing a picture of Billy Joel, but it didn't turn out the way I planned it, so I'm going to be trying it again. So, nothing wrong with that. Meanwhile, I'll just, yeah, I'll show you how I do my Batman. Okay, so the Batman is sitting on the gargoyle. Now, his head is actually up near the top here, so I have to draw in a circle where his head is. Kind of up here, yeah. That's how you start, because we're going to be starting with the body and making the body and the body, blah blah blah. So you come down and keeping in proportion of where everything's going to be. The shoulder. Sometimes you can start with basic kind of basic shape. Both his are almost the same. It's the size of the head, so his arm is down here. He's doing a football stance. Football. So disappointed. shoulders. And the angle of his head is actually facing outwards, so you kind of like have to kind of keep in mind which way he's looking out. I'll show you in a second. You can't see it right now, but it's progressing. You've seen the last one. Just give me a second, and I'll just show you how it turns out. Okay, so just give me a second. So this, it goes. He goes. He's actually bending down. He's got one knee up over here, and he's got the other. He's got his hand down on the. He's got one hand on over here, and it's kind of over on the side. And he's got one hand over here on the ground, actually on the gargoyle's head. Like that. And the knee there, and this other leg comes down and goes kind of in behind. So that looks kind of like there. His foot, where's his foot? Oh, his foot's kind of in behind the gargoyle. So gargoyle is here. He's standing on the thing there. And yeah, his hand is down in the front. Like he's doing the football stance. The football stance. Oh yeah, here we go. There we're getting it. And his one arm is he's got huge muscles. This particular. You gotta remember foreshortening and making sure that everything is in proper proportion. So it gets kind of fun. Making sure the proportions are correct. Make sure you get the muscles right. So this one shoulders coming down this way. He's got big, giant shoulder muscle coming down that way. So he's got muscles like crazy. This guy. He's the most muscular Batman I think I've ever seen. Okay, so just to give you a basic idea, if you can see that. I'll do a little bit more so you can see it. Yeah, I try to make it so you don't see it, but eventually you're going to have to see it, so that even so that I can see where I'm going to be putting in my colors and things. Batman's on the chest there. Chest is there. His chin's kind of like that. He's got hold of his cape. His cape in his hand there too. And he's got this. His chest goes like that. Goes down. He's ready to pounce. That's what's going on. Got a utility belt on. He's got the one going that way. And he's got this knee up here. And his leg is pretty huge. So it's kind of like, okay, so as you can see, I've got to work a little bit with they make his arms look so freaking huge. But yeah, so just a basic shape. And they're getting going. Let me do a little bit more so you can see. And then next thing I'll be doing is painting it in. Now I got to keep in mind proportions for this. So his knee is there. His hand is here. So he's got his hand is clenched there. So and it's foreshortening. Here's his forearm right there, coming out, and he's got his thumb right there. He's got this grimace look on his face. And I'll be able to be fixing it to make it a little bit more proportionate. And this arm is going to go a little bit. Let's see. Actually, make his trapezius muscles a little bit bigger, so bring down that a bit. There we go. So he's not so muscular on the top of him. He's got way too much on the shoulder there. So I'm kind of just zooming him down a little bit. There we go. There we go. And there's where one arm is, and then of course the other one's here with the it's like that. His body's turned a little bit sideways. He's doing the muscle stance like he's ready to jump and grab a football. He's gonna grab that football. And oh yeah, that's good. You gotta think of what muscles he's using too. So when you're pushing down with that arm, you see that not the bicep, but the tricep is engaged as well. So you have to kind of make sure that those muscles, along with yeah. There's him over there too. So you see his hand there is clenched. Gotta make sure his knees and his legs are in proportion, and he's on top of what do you call it? A gargoyle. We're almost there. So, and yeah, just a little bit more working on the proportion of it. Like it's looking like his head is a little bit goes in this way, so he's got more shoulder coming up that way. So bent down a little bit more. So you'll see a little bit more of his head coming down further here. Anyways, so that just shows you, like you use circles. You see how you use circles to make proportions, and you just kind of get all things put into place. Now the next thing is going to be fleshing it out and making it into a painting. And that'll be my next step when I see you guys next. So that's for fun. That one's for comic books, this one's for bubblegum, and this one's for fun, and this is me. I thank you very much for coming in here on a Magical Tuesday. Before you go, let me give you a little bit of a reading, because yesterday was really nice. Our reading yesterday was, what was it? It was, I can't even remember what it was. It was good, though. It was a good reading. It had to do with, oh gosh, I can't even think now. Well, if you want to look back at my other one, but we'll do another one for today because I'm feeling kind of magical today. It's Magical Tuesday, right? That's right. Oh yeah, we had the magician actually because Magical Tuesday. So we had the magician made an appearance, and what else? Oh yeah, it was the Empress, right? Yeah, very good day indeed. Yes. Always being mindful of everything and keeping ideas pops up immediately. Let's see what we got here. We've got 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. All right. So it's very fruitful. Very good, very good. Based on, 5. Based on the 5 of Pentacles. So let's take a look what that means. Okay. So I've got my handy dandy book to give a proper reading. Okay. 5. 10 of Pentacles is first, though. 10 of Pentacles. Protection. That means protection. Yes. Okay. So very good. Protection for you. Yes, protection. The first rule of any plan that would succeed is make your base secure. This card, one of the most favorable in the Enchanted deck, or in mine in particular, is a sign that you have done this and are not taking shortcuts. Your success is assured. There you go. You are successful. There's a strong circle of support around you. You are emerging into a world that holds a complete manifestation of all you want materially, with happiness included as well. Excellent. Retirement is possible and go all good things in life are available. This is a very favorable card. Very well done. Make conservative investments for the future, but don't gamble. Do not dissipate this wealth or allow luxury to make you lazy. So don't get lazy. You know what I found, and this is a funny thing I too, because I'm actually sitting down, but I find yesterday I was sitting down most of the day just drawing, and my legs hurt from sitting down for too long. So you can't sit still for too long either. Yeah, you always got to be kind of on your way and on your way to making good things, and that's a great card. So protection. That's a little bit of self assuredness that things are going in the way that you plan them. Okay. And you can also look, it has design pattern, and also if it means anything to you when you look at the card, that means something to you too. So that's good. That's a very good card. And yes, the very lot of the good things in here as are in mine as well. So, and of course the basis of this one today. Make sure I'm putting it the right way. Jesus, okay. Which is Five of Pentacles, which is might be something completely different. Anxiety, yeah. See, you might be anxious about something, but be assured that you are heading in the right direction. So that's a good sign. Okay, so if you were worried or anxious about anything, this will tell you that the card that we chose today, protection. You're good. You're good. If you're worried about anything, you're heading in the right direction. Okay. So though there may be hardships, you can get through them. We'll get through them together. I can help you. Whatever you might need art wise, I can help you. And with that being said, my sweet friends, let me just say that it's been a pleasure showing you a little bit of more of my artwork. And I hope to see you again maybe tomorrow, but I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I already know I'm going to be busy. But I wanted to just give you like a little bit of a drawing session because I'm sure like eventually that's going to be made into a painting and eventually it's going to be sold to somebody that's going to buy it. But I want you on the ground level to see, if there's something that I'm making that you might want, you can always contact me. I'm here for you. Here for you, here for anybody who wants my art, needs my art, or wants me or needs me, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, what am I saying? Brad Pitt's nowhere to be found. And I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Keep out of trouble. What else can I say? I love you. I love you. You might not know it.